These are the fastest cops in Britain, responding to 999 calls at up to 150 miles an hour. Hunting fugitives, tackling drunks,
I'm not fucking drunk!
catching criminals,
Taser authority has been given.
and saving lives.
You! Use your mirror!
For these elite high-speed units, every second counts. They are Rapid Response. Coming up,
Stay there.
the fight against drugs.
Don't move!
Are we going to be considering any stinger at all?
Police hunt a suspect who could be armed, and the driver who has an answer for everything.
Anything you want to say in reply to that caution?
I don't give a shit.
Right, we'll record that down for you.
A rapid response team are on their way to a drugs raid.
Yeah, proceed.
These officers know that the element of surprise is essential.
Keep going up, keep going up if you can. Stay there.
They have to get through the door as fast as possible to prevent anyone inside disposing of any incriminating evidence.
Don't move!
It takes just seconds to get through the door, taking everyone inside by surprise.
Get out! Get out! Keep your hands out there, we'll proceed.
Their first job is to round up everyone in the flat and put them in one room.
Hands there. Okay. I'm not moving. Search warrant, no misuse of drugs act. We don't take your word for it, alright?
With the flat secure and the suspects in cuffs, the team begin a fingertip search for drugs. No stone is left unturned, and soon the rapid response cops start finding evidence of drug use.
As you can see, the needle which has been used, it was concealed within this T-shirt. So obviously the dangers we face while carrying out searches.
The police also come across some rather unusual bedtime reading.
Just found some information on a dressing room table about your own cannabis factory. Really shows you how to make your perfect cultivation. So funny place to have it.
High up in an air vent, PC Carl Danson is pulling out more evidence.
And there's like a little mixing bowl for heroin, just secreted in the most bizarre places, really. Syringes.
But wherever drugs are hidden, the rapid response cops will find them. And it's in one of the bedrooms that they find what they've been looking for.
I've just found this Aldi's bag concealed underneath this drawer in the bedroom. We'll have a quick look in.
As PC Aaron Waring peels away more and more plastic bags, his patience finally pays off.
Got some scales there, which clearly have powder, a white substance or a cream substance on them. And as you can see, there's quite a bit left in there.
And that's not all. The last bag he finds contains something very interesting.
On opening this package, certainly a white substance there.
PC Waring then brings in one of the suspects to help identify the powder.
Yes, sir. It's in your house, you tell me.
Well, I've had this bed off me mate. If there's anything in the bed, it's not mine.
Right, okay, at this time, you're under arrest.
God.
Suspicion of Class A, you don't have to say anything to me.
And when the next suspect is brought in, she denies all knowledge as well.
There's also several individual packages. So at this time,
This bag was given to us, I just
listen, at this time you're under arrest on suspicion of Class A.
The woman is clearly upset, but perhaps not about being arrested.
Okay? Nothing to get upset about at this
I
time.
want to go and be able to go and get my methadone from the boots before.
Okay.
I can't miss that for 2 days. If I miss it today, I've
We'll
missed my
sort
whole
something out,
trip.
won't we? Maybe pick your methadone up before we go to Newtown.
The powder will be analysed at the lab. If it turns out to be cocaine, this amount would have a street value of around £2,000. All that's left to do now is for the rapid response cops to get the suspects and themselves back to the station.
Well, I think that's about it. Again, covered in more cobwebs and sweating. And possibly stuck.
During the course of any shift, rapid response cops can be pushed to the limit when making arrests. But sometimes arrests just seem to fall into their lap. Like this driver, who came head-to-head with the police driving the wrong way up a one-way street.
That's the way you should be going. How old are you?
The driver is from Poland. After a quick chat, the team are suspicious that she may have been drinking.
Okay, take a nice deep breath and blow into there for me. Blow.
And she doesn't seem keen to carry out a breath test.
You come to it and blow.
I can't.
If you don't blow, I'll arrest you. I need you to provide a sample of breath. Pardon?
I can't.
You can't blow into it.
She keeps protesting, and when she finally does decide to blow into the machine, it's not
Nice and
enough.
hard. No, no. Okay, you're under arrest for failing to provide a specimen of breath. You do not have to stay in my home.
PC Phil Westbury feels she's not trying hard enough and has no option but to arrest her. But she still doesn't know what she's done wrong.
What's happened?
What's happened? You've driven the wrong way down a one-way street. That's what's happened. I've asked you to blow into the device and you haven't blown at all. So you're in trouble.
Back at the station, the woman can't answer PC Westbury's questions as she now claims not to speak English.
Has she used any medication in the last 20 minutes?
So an interview is conducted via an interpreter on the phone.
No, thank you. Eaten anything in the last 20 minutes? Thank you. Right, we've used an interpreter line because she's Polish speaking. She's provided 2 specimens of breath, the lowest being 79, so she's actually twice the legal limit.
As well as being too drunk to drive, it turns out there are other reasons why she shouldn't be behind the wheel.
Specimens of breath.
She only holds a provisional license and so mustn't drive without supervision. She's also not insured. This woman was fined £200 and banned from driving for 20 months. Coming up!
Taser authority has now been authorised.
Taser guns at the ready. The cops target a man who they suspect is armed with a knife. A dodgy driver doesn't appreciate being stopped.
Don't start speaking like that, right?
Oh, well, I'm sick of getting spoken to like shit by police.
And one man shows that chivalry isn't dead.
If there's anything going against these two, I take the responsibility against that. Seriously, I really do.
Dyfed-Powys Police Control have received a 999 call. The caller says they've been threatened by a man with a knife.
Are we going to be considering any stinger at all, so I should wait back?
The suspect got into his car and drove away. PC Phil Westbury has been dispatched to intercept. Because of the mention of a knife, Control has authorised the use of tasers if necessary.
Taser authority has now been authorised.
Taser stun guns are an important weapon in the fight against violent crime. They're often authorised in cases like this, where the threat of a knife has been reported. PC Westbury takes over the chase. The suspect pulls into a lay-by. Immediately, the cops surround the suspect's vehicle.
Vehicle stopped, keys out of ignition, they are talking.
The cops approach the suspect with caution. One holds a taser behind his back. With 50,000 volts, it's guaranteed to stop anyone in their tracks. The cop with the taser is watching the suspect's every move. As he's believed to be armed, he's ordered to empty his pockets and get down on the ground. It's not until the man is handcuffed and made safe that they find a knife.
Spoken to the male, got him out of the vehicle, carried out an initial search to which he's produced this, dropped it on the floor. We've safely and securely effected an arrest. And he's obviously been arrested on suspicion of the offence in the Machynlleth area and will be further arrested for being in possession of a bladed article as well.
But the original emergency call stated the suspect had a Stanley knife. While the man is led away, PC Westbury searches his car to see if any other evidence can be found.
The weapon described was a Stanley knife. You have a look on the front seat.
The officer in charge takes the suspected weapon away, bagging it up as evidence.
At least we've got the gentleman stopped. It hasn't ended up into a pursuit going into the town centre. The weapons have been taken off him. We haven't had to deploy taser or stinger or gas.
After further questioning back at the Nick, police decided there was no wrongdoing here and the man was released without charge. There are over 70 million mobile phones in the UK. In 2003, it became illegal for motorists to use their mobile phones whilst driving, unless the device is fitted with a hands-free kit. It is a law that many choose to ignore. Rapid response cop PC Owen Dillon has just spotted one such driver.
Guy's gone past on his mobile phone, gone across a small roundabout on his phone, gone through a junction on his phone, just not paying any sort of attention to the road. So I'm going to cause him to stop now and have a chat with him and most likely give him a ticket. He's pretending I'm not here now and he doesn't want to stop.
Finally, the man notices the police car and pulls over.
You right? All right, mate. I've stopped you because you're driving along on your mobile phone. All right, you passed
The man is cautioned for the offence, but he says he has a valid reason for being on the phone.
Good important call.
What was so important?
Oh, it was just about work and that.
Was it a life or death call?
Pardon?
Was it, sort of life or death? I mean, very important like that?
Oh no, it was important though.
Could you have pulled over?
I wanted to, yeah, but when I signalled, I just couldn't pull over because the car behind me was real close to me.
Well, then you at the end of the day, mate, it's black and white. You don't drive along on your mobile phone.
But as the man is told what will happen to him, his attitude begins to change.
As I said, you've got the option of taking a fixed penalty ticket, which is 28 days in which to pay a fine of 60 quid. You've got 3 points on your licence, or you can contest it and go to court. Your choice.
Why would I have to go to court about?
About the fact you were driving along on your mobile phone.
And what would happen if I went to court and whatever?
Well, it's up to the magistrates.
The man appears to feel that neither a ticket nor a court appearance is fair.
I'm not going to get into negotiation with you on why you're on your mobile phone. I've offered you the choice now. Do you want to take the fixed penalty ticket or would you like to go to court?
What would I go to court for though?
For being on your mobile phone.
Yeah, and what would they do though?
Well, I imagine...
Would I still get the fine and that though?
Yeah.
So what's the point in going to court then?
It's your decision, you see. I'm offering you a ticket, but you've got to accept the ticket. If you don't accept the ticket, then I'll report you and then you'll go to court.
When do I have to make that decision? Right now?
Yeah, about 5 minutes ago.
All right. Oh, I'm just a bit annoyed. I thought, it'd be a bit more reasonable, right? Bloody hell.
They're going around in circles, and PC Dillon is starting to lose his patience.
Through the traffic, there was a pedestrian on that junction. Did you notice a pedestrian?
Yeah.
Which side were they coming from?
From the left.
From the right, they were. But there we go. I'm not going to go into a big argument. If you want to have a big sort of discussion about it.
No,
yeah.
But,
do you want the ticket or do you want to go to court?
Yeah, but I just don't know what would happen in court. I'm trying to ask you.
But I'm not there.
What would happen then?
The chances are you got a bigger fine.
A bigger fine?
The chances are, yeah.
The ticket then, isn't it?
Right. God.
Faced with potentially forking out more cash, the man finally takes the ticket, but he's not happy about it.
And you said you're getting spoken to like shit by police, like.
Have I ever spoken to you before?
No.
Right, there we go. All right.
Even now, the driver is determined to have the last word.
Anything you want to say in reply to that caution?
I don't give a shit.
Right, we'll record.
Write that down.
Yeah, we'll record that down for you.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's my signature. Jot that down.
Okay, right. Detach the bottom portion and send off the address in the bottom right corner. Sorry. Also,
Alright, mate,
I haven't
I know
finished.
what to do.
Oi, stop being clever and listen. All right, I haven't finished.
Listening.
Stop
You
trying to show off. All right.
Show off in front of who?
Right, behave. All right, or you won't get a ticket and you go to court instead, and you can explain to the magistrates why you're not listening to what I'm saying to you.
I know what to do.
Well, what was I going to say next?
Well, you're about just paying the fine. I know what to do.
So what was I going to? What was I going to say next?
Who knows?
Right, well, listen then.
Every year, there are over 160,000 fixed penalty notices issued for illegally using a mobile phone in the UK. This man has just added to that number.
There's a lad with a lot of attitude, and he proceeded to become quite sort of rude and obnoxious, as you can see by his caution reply. So there's not much you can do with people like that, really, except just sort of tolerate them.
Out on the night shift, rapid response cops have been called to intercept a long-distance coach.
There's been problems with 2 of the passengers on the bus, and we're just going to find out exactly what the problem is.
The bus journey began in Ireland, but somewhere between there and Wales, a theft has allegedly taken place on board.
What happened was one of my passengers got robbed, and he only saw that when he came back to the bus on the boat.
Yeah, right.
The man who claims he's been robbed says he knows who did it. They're both immediately taken off the coach. The alleged victim has made a list of all the items that he says are missing.
That's what I wrote, what was on my bag.
What's happened then?
CD.
Glasses when I came back on the bus.
But the man who's been accused says he found a pair of sunglasses on his seat.
I didn't rob his bag, lads. His glasses was on my seat. I came down, I put them on, he came down, he grabbed them off my head.
I saw how he...
But the other man says he's sure this suspect stole his belongings.
Look, and
Hang on a sec.
he got
Sorry about this girl.
my glasses on the head. Just straight away like that.
No, if I robbed him, it belonged to him, but I wear them on the bus, like.
The situation is now tense as the two men begin accusing each other.
Yeah?
No.
You don't take it?
No,
I'm sure you've got on your...
When he was
bag.
sitting.
You can search my bag, yes.
I cannot.
No, I let them guards search your bag.
I cannot.
PC Davis needs to defuse the situation and decides to separate them.
Come over the road with me a second here. Stay there a second.
I told him half an hour. I give him a time to return my stuff. He don't do nothing. He don't do nothing.
As the suspect's details are being taken down, PC Harris decides to check out the coach, and it's not long before he makes a discovery.
Oh, that's my stuff, really. Yeah, of course, that's my stuff. That's
VIP, is it?
That's my stuff. And
this stuff is at the back, shoved under the seat.
That's mine. That's mine.
The items that have been found raise further suspicion, and there are still questions to be answered.
Where he was sitting, I've recovered 2 articles of clothing, which has been identified by the loser, and we're just trying to search the rest of the bus to find the bits and pieces that belong to him.
The man is arrested and taken back to the station. But there are further complications to the case. Because the alleged theft might have happened when the coach was on the ferry from Ireland to Wales, there's now a question mark over which force should deal with the case.
It's hard to verify at this point in time where the actual offence has occurred. We just can't establish that right now. Again, unfortunately, my knowledge to international shipping and waters doesn't extend that far, so we're going to have to wait on the experts tomorrow morning really to tell us what the score is and say hopefully throw some light on it all.
In the end, there was no case to answer, and neither the British or Irish police decided to press charges. It's closing time on a Saturday night in Wales. Pubs and clubs are spilling out onto the streets. And a lot of the people going home have possibly had one too many. Sergeant Di Howells and PC Owen Dillon of the Rapid Response Team are answering a 999 call reporting 3 people damaging parked cars.
Right, 2 boys and a girl.
Did you say 2 girls and a boy or 2 boys and a girl?
They soon come across 3 people who might fit the description.
Can you tell me what we've all been doing the last 5 minutes?
5 minutes we've been walking home. No.
Yes, and what have we been doing while you're walking home?
We just walk home, we're about to go up there.
Yeah.
While another police unit is checking out the cars, PC Dillon has got to find out if these are the people responsible for causing any damage.
The last street that you've been down now, we've had complaints on it. What have
Yes,
you been
sir.
doing down that street? I want you to tell me.
We have just walked up that street and
What have you been doing in that street?
We've done nothing with that street apart from walking up with them.
You've done nothing to any sort of implement in that street?
Implement?
Yeah. Any cars?
No, sir.
No, you're saying no?
Get the rest.
Huh?
There's one broken here.
Yeah.
We'll get the rest of the people.
Okay.
The man now decides to become the girl's hero by admitting that something is all his fault. Only problem is, he doesn't know what he's confessing to.
Sir, if there's anything going against these 2, I take the responsibility against that. Seriously, I really do.
In what way? Responsibility for what?
Have you done this?
I have absolutely no idea. Like that.
He thinks it's all about a stain on his shirt.
My mother was telling me though that I did have a stain across the back of my that I should have got cleared up. I do apologise for that.
Right, not worried about stains.
But,
Still unsure if these are the suspects, Sergeant Howells calls control for a more up-to-date description from the witnesses.
Yeah, okay. Chairman. We've had a couple of complaints and a couple of witnesses have said that they've seen 2 ladies and a gentleman. There's a number of cars been damaged. You 2 and you are under arrest for the offence of criminal damage on suspicion of.
Hang on, wait, have I just gotten arrested?
Yes. I'd pay attention if I were you now. This is.
Oh, don't say anything.
No.
But the man still wants to be the hero and once again steps forward.
I would like to take responsibility for that, sir, and let these 2 gentle ladies.
I can't ask any questions. What are you telling me?
What have you done?
And he still doesn't know what he's trying to admit to.
What are you taking responsibility for?
I don't know, but I'd rather that these 2
That's
gentle
it.
ladies.
Don't say anything more.
But the officers cannot allow him to continue and decide to take them all in. While they wait for the police van, one of the girls does what any girl does who's in trouble.
Okay.
You can call me Dad.
But before Dad or anyone else can come to the rescue, it's off to the station for these 3. Coming up, Wales's very own Stig gets pulled over.
And then if you or the vehicle is involved in antisocial behaviour in the next 12 months, the car will be taken off you.
An inferno in the fast lane. And a night out turns into a nightmare. In Wiltshire, rapid response cops are rushing to the scene of a 999 call. A coach is on fire on a major dual carriageway.
Don't know any more details other than the road's completely closed at the moment.
With the details still unclear, PC Adrian Giles needs to get there fast. As he approaches the scene, he's confronted by thick, billowing smoke that's engulfing the road. Cars have been stopped in both directions, and PC Giles has to skillfully manoeuvre past the traffic to get to the burning coach. And when he arrives, he's confronted with this. Luckily, there were no passengers on board. The coach was being towed. But fire officers are racing against the clock. Battling with the smoke and intense heat, they not only have to bring the fire under control, but also to stop the road surface melting from the heat. Exactly how the fire started is still a mystery, but PC Giles has found out more information from the driver of the tow truck.
Being transported back to London by the recovery truck. Merrily going on his journey here. Motorists overtaken him, pulled him in by the lay-by, flagged him in, and informed him that his bus was on fire.
The flames are now out, but the drama's not over. The inferno was so fierce it's melted the tarmac, and the remains of the coach are still too hot to handle.
There's not much left of the bus now. The vehicle itself is going to have to stay in situ for about 10 hours now because of the heat of it. The road surface is all damaged, so it's all going to need to be resurfaced before we can open the full closure. So the road's going to have to stay partially closed for the rest of the night so the vehicle's recovered in the morning.
Over 44,000 vehicles are involved in fires every year. It's fortunate that this time there were no passengers on board. In Wales, a rapid response team has had a call to attend a crash.
Report an RTC, a female lost control of a vehicle, possibly hit the river. If it has, then it could be quite a serious RTC.
This accident is in the middle of nowhere. Someone could be seriously injured. PC Marion Evans has to get there as fast as he can.
All we got from the caller was that it's on the road from Llangadaw.
Yeah, that's just you.
Finally, he makes it to the scene of the accident.
Turn around now.
Because initial reports mentioned a car in a river, PC Evans feared the worst. But first sight of the accident shows just how fortunate the driver was.
She's a very lucky girl, isn't she? She tried the lottery in the weekend.
The car has skidded off the road, missed 2 trees and stopped inches short of the river.
Oh, you might be able to pull it out. How are you, young girl? You alright? Bit shaken up? Hurting anywhere? That's the main thing, isn't it? Car's only a bit of metal.
And it appears that it wasn't this driver's fault.
Tonight? You said there's another car involved, or overtook you or something, was there?
Overtook me.
What, on the bend or prior to the bend?
Prior to the bend, because it overtook me. Put my foot on the brake. There was nothing. I had nothing back, and it just slid. I tried to correct it. I came along this way, out onto that side of the road. It was lucky there was no other car coming this way.
So have you actually gone over there to try and correct yourself, have you, as well?
I did anything and everything. My foot was down on the brake, and it just wasn't giving anything back.
As with all road accidents, the driver is breathalyzed.
Fill your lungs and blow as hard as you can. Keep at it, keep at it, keep at it, keep it. There we are. Nothing. So that's 0, okay. So take that off as a little pea shooter for yourself.
The driver is taken home, and PC Evans organises recovery of the car. Amazingly, there's hardly a scratch on it.
One very, very lucky female, that's all I can say.
There's now only one thing left to do. PC Evans proves that for the rapid response cops, there's no job too small.
So we just clear it up and reopen the road, and that'll be it. Job done.
Rapid response cops are on patrol in Wiltshire in an unmarked car and have just spotted something amiss.
Transit van in front of us. We sat at the traffic lights just now. It's full up in the front. There's 3 in the front. And there's a small child sat on the lap of the passenger on the near side. No restraints or anything like that. So we're going to have words.
There are 2 children and 2 adults in a cab designed for 3 people, which for police is a problem. Travelling without a seatbelt is not only illegal, it could be lethal, a fact that PC Hutton puts to the driver. The driver agrees, but the law is straightforward. Drive without a seatbelt and you're getting a ticket. While the man is issued with his penalty, PC Giles has some bad news for the woman. With 4 passengers and only 3 seatbelts, one of them will have to find another way home.
You're probably going to need someone to come and get them.
Are you?
Yeah.
What, get both of them?
Oh no, just get one.
With alternative transport arranged, everything seems okay. But suddenly, the driver kicks off about his ticket.
You think I'm going to pay a fine? You still report me? I ain't paying it.
Do you not understand the process?
Are you going to listen to me for a second?
I am not paying a fixed penalty. I am not paying a fixed penalty.
Well, carry on then.
Right.
what I do is I report, everyone gets reported for the offence that they've committed, even though they get the ticket.
For some reason, the man mistakenly thinks he'll have to pay his fine twice.
Right?
I'm not paying twice. No, you don't pay twice. As long as you pay the ticket, that's the end of the story.
I'll pay that, but I promise you one thing, this ain't two, and my little boy's working that motor. I'd rather go to prison and pay more money. I'm telling you.
Finally, the man calms down. But with over 2,800 road deaths a year in the UK, not wearing a seatbelt is something that the police come down hard on.
I've been to collisions myself where people unrestrained in the front, not only children obviously, but people not wearing seatbelts in general. So you've got the added problem of if they're sat on the lap, they're that much closer to the windscreen anyway, and the obvious consequences if there's a collision, they have to brake suddenly. There's only one place that passenger's going to go, and that's going to be straight through the windscreen. And consequences that are quite obvious and quite disturbing.
In Wales, Dyfed Powys Rapid Response Cops are on patrol on the night shift. PC Phil Westbury gets a call. Reports are coming in of a speeding motorist racing around the town of Aberystwyth.
Yeah, okay, mate, we'll keep an eye out for it. Silver Polo screeching around town.
And it's not long before he spots the car.
Silver Polo, yeah. WH Tango Mike 01 for vehicle check, please.
Identifying the wanted car, PC Westbury goes to Blues and pulls it over.
Yeah, Commodore 376 location, Aberystwyth code 2.
The first thing that the officer notices is the driver's T-shirt.
I am the Stig.
Stig or not, he's now in trouble. He admits he was going a little bit too fast.
Going a bit quick, were we?
I was going up the hill, yeah.
A bit quick?
Might have been a little bit quick.
Okay.
It wasn't like
just step over
mad,
here for us. Yeah, well, that's exactly the word he was using, it was mad.
Okay, all right.
PC Westbury needs to check out the passengers. He also wants to know if they were happy with the driver's speed.
Hello, how are you? You drive like an idiot. Even though he's got a shirt on him saying the Stig. Yeah, it doesn't mean he should drive like that. And also it doesn't mean you should accept him driving like that. Anything over 30 on these wet roads, somebody steps out in front of him, there's going to be an accident. It's not acceptable. He needs to keep his speed down. Okay, we'll send him on his way in a minute.
And after the passengers have been given words of advice, it's now the turn of the driver.
Yeah.
Stupid. I know.
I'd agree, yeah.
I'm really,
yeah.
I know.
You know, you've got people in the car.
I know.
Don't show off in
Sorry.
front of them.
No.
Yeah? Because you're putting your life and their life at risk.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Despite his apologies, the lad is being given a Section 59, a kind of driver's ASBO. Antisocial behaviour orders may not normally be associated with driving, but they are a vital tool the police often have to use. And if this driver is stopped again within 12 months, the consequences will be serious.
Top of that blown away, yeah. Basically, because he's reporting you for careless driving, he's going to put your details in there. That'll be classed as served on you. And then if you or the vehicle is involved in antisocial behaviour in the next 12 months, the car will be taken off you.
Okay.
The warning is loud and clear for this wannabe Stig. He'll now have to be much more careful when he hits top gear. It's the end of a busy night in Wales and officers are responding to a 999 call about a possible fight outside a club. Arriving at the scene, PC's Lynn Evans and Stuart Flynn find a man on the ground bleeding badly. With the help of other officers, they administer first aid. The rapid response cops are unsure if an assault has taken place, but there's a strong suspicion that the man has drunk too much alcohol. He soon demonstrates how ill he's really feeling. The cops have been told by witnesses that this man's injuries weren't from a fight, they were self-inflicted.
Apparently he's fallen over backwards. That's what they're all saying anyway, so there's no complaints at this stage. We'll have a word with him when he's more sober in the morning, I think.
In Wales, there are over 11,000 alcohol-related admissions to A&E every year. And for this man, if he's even able to remember it in the morning, it might be a night he'd rather forget. A rapid response unit is on patrol, looking for people taking drugs in cars. Suddenly, they come across a parked car. But sometimes things aren't always what they first seem.
Sorry. We'll give you a minute to put some clothes on, is it? Okay.
Giggling like hell in there.
It's too girls.
A moment later, now fully clothed, the driver is ready to face the police.
Have you got any idea at all?
I got my purse there.
The officers may have chosen an embarrassing moment to check this driver out, but they try to be as quick as they can.
A stop check for put in.
The reports come back from control that all is okay with this driver and her car.
It's cold, isn't it? You've not been in trouble with the police before? Yeah, lovely. Tidy, tidy.
And before the cold weather can cool anything else down, the officers are on their way.
Oh, Joe, it's cold, isn't it? It's perky up here.
We were quite happy. I mean, there's two girls, and if our nose doesn't twitch and we don't see something out of the ordinary, like, you know, a smell of skunk or something, or even deleted pupils, then, you know, it takes us then to the next stage as far as, like, powers research are concerned.
But there must be something in the air tonight. A little further along the lane, they find another parked car and yet another couple in an uncompromising position.
Man and a woman.
Yeah. You alright?
You're the owner of the car. Okay, have you got any documents on your door? Have you got your license with you?
It may just be a man and a woman in a steamed up car, but the officers still have to check them out.
Insurance and MOT both in order.
Just keep an eye on the front offside tyre there, your front side tyre. Yeah, it's not illegal, but it's going to need changing soon.
So with the couple free to carry on, it appears that on this road it might just be a night for romance.
They're just out for the night again themselves as a couple, so enjoying the stars. So yeah, it's all in order, everything's fine.
Coming up, how you can lose your car if it's not up to spec.
Look, you've got two smashed headlights, you've got a tax out of date, you've got a mirror missing.
And what happens when lorry tyres blow out at high speed.
So the amount of force has actually knocked all of this up, all this metal plating. Wow.
A Wiltshire Rapid Response Unit has just been alerted about a potentially serious incident on a major dual carriageway.
We've got a very heavy 50-ton broken down crane blocking one of the lanes on the northbound carriageway on the A419.
With no hard shoulder and the rush hour traffic racing to get home, it could be an accident waiting to happen.
Unfortunately, it's over the brow of the bridge. So any vehicles coming the other side are not going to see it till it's too late. It's in a really dangerous location.
The 50-ton monster is in the path of traffic speeding at 60 miles an hour. PTJ Clifton has to quickly find out what has happened.
What do you think caused all this damage? Is it the initial blowout? So the amount of force has actually knocked all of this up, all this metal plating, has blown it up. Wow.
The crane's tyre has exploded and badly damaged the bodywork. But that's not all. A replacement tyre is over 200 miles away. PC Clifton has to somehow get this vehicle off the dual carriageway.
What we're going to do is we're going to start doing what we call a rolling barrier, and we're going to slow the traffic down to absolute minimum. It will be an inconvenience for them for the short time, but for the long time, it'll free the road again, which is our ultimate aim.
Inconvenience or not, with such a badly damaged tyre, they can only manage 3 miles an hour.
We can't risk the vehicle going too far because the actual metal wheel itself, not the tyre, but the wheel, is so close to the ground. Should the vehicle go any faster than this, there's every chance that can start cutting into the road. We're going to cause damage to the road, further damage to the crane, which is totally unnecessary.
Traffic is now backing up for miles, but this is the only safe way to deal with the situation. Finally, they get the damaged vehicle to a safe location, and traffic is back on the move. Wiltshire Rapid Response Officer PC Glenn Powell is out on patrol, and it's not long before he spots something suspicious.
I've got a car that's come up on the ANPR system saying it has been of interest to police before, so I just want to stop it, have a little chat with the lads to see what the lads have got to say, make sure it's their car and it's all legit.
PC Powell has also spotted something else.
The driver's now got no seatbelt on, that gives me another ground to stop and have a chat.
A quick flash of the blue lights tells the driver to pull over.
It's all right. Any reason why you're not wearing a seatbelt, good sir?
It's broke, it keeps jamming and I can't do it.
How long's it been like that then?
PC Powell is quick to show this driver that there's an easy way to cure the problem.
But look, if you pull out slowly, look, pull out nice and slowly and it goes on, doesn't it?
Even the passenger in the car can see how the belt works.
Such an impatient sod, he fucking pulls it all the time.
But PC Powell has spotted other things wrong with this car.
Right, look, you've got 2 smashed headlights, you've got a tax out of date, you've got a mirror missing. But what's happened to your front lights then?
I bumped into the back of a car.
This time of day, you don't necessarily need a light on, but
yeah,
it could be classed as what we call dangerous condition, all right?
The poor state of the vehicle is enough for PC Powell to issue a vehicle defect form.
It's not going to cost you anything, you just get it stamped to say it's been done. So it's not going to cost you any money. And it means it gets your vehicle legal and up together, doesn't it?
In the patrol car, the driver is given words of wisdom from PC Powell.
This form will mean that you've got to get your lights fixed, okay? Because if you don't comply with the form, you'll go to court for defective lights. And I'm also going to put your seatbelt down front, the driver's seatbelt. You need to get that checked because otherwise you're going to start picking up £30 fine for not wearing it.
The driver's been warned. If he doesn't do what he's advised, it'll cost him. It's 4 a.m. and rapid response officers PCs Carl Danson and Aaron Waring have been called to check out a disturbance at a noisy party. They can hear it before they can see it.
Hello?
But the party can't hear them.
Hello? Oi! Alright?
They finally get their attention.
Police, if you can't see.
Sorry, it's my birthday.
Is it? Who's the owner of the flat?
It may be the woman's birthday, but they have to keep the noise down.
I'm 20.
Just a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, well, no.
Quite a lot, yeah?
So that people don't have to phone
Okay,
us
we're
up.
sorry.
Happy birthday, but, you know, people have got to sleep, haven't they?
I know, sorry.
All right.
We got a bit carried away there, moves.
But the birthday girl doesn't want it to end there. It seems that no birthday is complete without a picture with the police. And the rapid response team has won over some new fans. Coming up on Brit Cops Rapid Response, the all-new Police Action series. We're on board with the fastest cops in Britain. The elite squads fighting frontline crime.
Fucking go! Don't shout at me! Calm yourself down!
At breakneck speeds. We're with them as they pursue dangerous criminals. Lunatic drivers.
0 miles per hour, no attempt to stop.
And drunks on the road.
Have you been drinking?
We watch them come down hard on violence. And mayhem. Our cameras capture the action while these cops capture the criminals.